So this plant here is Cleavers, Galium aparine. So some of our British herbalists would say Galium. And Cleavers or Clivers, it's a member of the Rubiaceae family, which is the same family that coffee's in, and in fact sometimes its seeds are roasted as a coffee substitute. So if you can look up close to it, you can see that the leaves are in whorls. And it's a clinging plant. So it gets tall by clinging to its neighbors or to other types of plants. And this is pretty early spring, so it's still pretty small, but it does get quite a bit bigger. Eventually can be a couple feet tall as it goes into flower and it reaches on to other plants to hold itself up. And it has very tiny little white flowers. And I have this one here to show you, which is a little bit bigger. It's a little bit more mature. And again, you can see the whorls of leaves. And this one is just about to go into flower. It's starting to get some growth at the nodes there. And like I said, it is a clinging plant, so it will cling to your clothes, cling to your friends' clothes. And so we sometimes call it everlasting friendship because it sticks to things and keeps you stuck to things. That's of course an adaptation for animals to help to spread the plant seed so it would stick to the animal's fur. And medicinally, it's mostly used as a lymphatic. It's a really excellent lymphatic. And there's a great doctrine of signatures. You can sort of imagine the internodes of the plant as lymph vessels, and then all of the leaflets as being lymph nodes. So Galium is, there's quite a few species of Galium that are native to the Pacific Northwest. And the main one that's used medicinally is Galium aparine. But there are others like sweet woodruff, Galium odorata, which is a plant that's also used medicinally. And if you find this in our forests here in the Pacific Northwest, try and see whether or not it clings to your clothes, because not all species do. So that's Cleavers. And while we're here, I'm just going to show you a couple of other plants. The red stem plant that you can see there is called Herb Robert. It's a geranium species. And then here I have miner's lettuce, which is Claytonia perfoliata. That's called perfoliata because it's almost as though the stem is perforating the leaf or the fole when it comes into flower. When the plant is younger, it has more like spade-shaped leaves, and then as it goes to flower, they become round. And this is a really nutritive plant. Contains iron and some vitamins. It was used as a famine food in the gold rush, which is why it's called miner's lettuce. And there is also another local species here called Claytonia siberica, and that the Siberian miner's lettuce is also really nutritive, and it has just slightly different shaped structures, or slightly more oblong or elongated. And the Claytonias are related to spring beauty, and they're in the Portulacaceae family, the Portulaca family. So those are some of our early spring greens that we have around here. And then one other plant that we have here, this is purple deadnettle, or Lamium purpureum. This is a really common garden weed in our area, and it's in the mint family. In the mint family, we always see the opposite leaf arrangements. And very often we have ovate leaves, or sort of like a deltoid shape, and very often serrated. So I'm in a garden setting here, but a lot of these plants would, particularly the Cleavers and the miner's lettuce, you would normally see in our forest in a fairly shady, moist area, and we often see them in the early spring where it's still fairly cool before the summer heat comes. And Galium will have finished its life cycle and gone to flower and seed before the heat of the summer. So those are some of our early spring greens around here.